Hey everybody, Nick here, and today we're going to take apart this sexy little knife right here. This is the Sencut Sachse, or Sachse, or I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Either way, we're going to take it apart. Looks like this should be hopefully a little bit straightforward, although button locks can be occasionally tricky. What we've got here is a screw here, here, and here. Look like all T8, actually, so that would be nice. And hopefully we'll be able to get this thing back together and working better. Oh, I should have checked centering. Hold on. I've loosened the pivot. It's a little bit weird, but no play. Centering looks about good to go. No real problems there. So let's go ahead and take it apart this time. And action on it is fine. A little bit slower than maybe I'd like, but, you know, should be fine. Should be a big deal. Wow. Pivot is coated in a white thread locker. Not the completely permanent kind, but just sort of the generic Civivi kind, I think. And if you're curious, by the way, about this mat, this screwdriver, or any of the tools I'm using for today's disassembly, go ahead and check out nickshabazz.com/tools for a full list of what's going on. All right, take that apart here. Come on. Screw it. You want to stay, you stay. We do have an extra little standoff there, but I'm assuming that is just a, it's a lanyard pin. Okay. So, for those of you who are not in the know, what just happened is, turns out that the liner doesn't keep the button lock in place. This does. So when I took off the canvas bit, the button lock and spring both launched at me with alacrity, which means they are currently underneath the table. This also brings me closer and closer to my inevitable breaking point, as I have just spent the last 30 minutes or so putting together another knife that was really a pain in my neck. And so today, this is not straightforward, but that's fine. I found both of the parts. That's a beautiful thing. And it didn't hit me in my in the eye or anything, because I am wearing a Batman mask for safety. So yeah, we should be pretty much good to go here. Let's go ahead and take it apart. But oh boy, I am... Wow, it's been a day. So, once we get inside here, what we see is good old-fashioned liners, although, come on, the liners really, like, this can just leap right on through there, right? There's just no worry about that. Really, guys, really. But, yeah, blade itself is fine. The looks a little dirty on the inside there, so let me grab a Q-tip here. Soak up a little booze with it, and then, yeah, clean that bit out. And this bit in here, well, I've got a Q-tip. I'll just clean this. Get in here, clean this. Looks pretty dry, actually. 9CR18. All right. Yeah. I actually think that we're pretty much good to put this guy... Oh, I want to clean the bearings is the other thing. Just clean these guys off real quick. But I think we're pretty much good to go here. There's really not much going on. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'll grab some nano oil here using the 10 weight. Go ahead and put a droplet down right there on the bearing race. And drop a bearing in place. Rotate, 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 rotate. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and put a drop of lubrication around the pivot here. That way the blade can rotate. Go ahead and put the blade in place. This may be a bad choice, depending on exactly how this button lock is constructed, but we were just informed, by virtue of it shooting out at my face, that the button lock is not held captive underneath the, under the blade, so should be fine. Rotate, 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 rotate. Okay. Beautiful. Now we have to reassemble the button lock. To do that, I'm going to go on ahead, and actually while I'm in here, I'll put a little bit of lubrication on this surface right there that engages with the button lock. First, I got to drop the spring into position. Then I got to put this little cap here onto the spring. Now what I should be able to do, yeah, tolerances is such that I can pop that out of there. What I'm going to try and do here is rotate the blade so that it kind of keeps this in place. Right? That will just buy me a moment of time, or this will end up shooting itself off at my face again, which will be great. See, like it's trying to do right now. Okay, good. Okay, beautiful. We're going to pretend that it didn't just get real sketchy there for a moment. But now what I can do is grab some thread locker. I'm going to just keep applying some pressure to this frame, which is being currently pushed slightly apart by the spring and the button lock there. I'll go ahead and I'll just try and tighten the pivot down at least partially. Once I just get it engaged, that will allow me to... yeah, okay. So right now, yeah, everything was all out of whack, but that's okay, because it didn't need to be in whack at that moment. I just needed to get it kind of sandwiched. Now I can tighten that down at least partially. What I can do here is see if I can't get this screw out so I can put some thread lock on it. There you go. Okay, good. You know what, aside from the, well, okay, maybe I'm speaking too soon here, but aside from the initial efforts for this to shoot the button at my head, this has been fine, so that's good. Yeah, we see here there is an additional hole that allows the clip here to be mounted on the other side, which is nice. All right, centering is pretty much good to go. Action is way sweeter. Wow. That's actually a much, much better action. No. Wait, was that play? A little tiny bit of blade play. So I'm going to tighten it down a little bit further. Okay. A little bit of stick. Part of that could be coming from the button itself and the lubrication I did there. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll use my Q-tip here, clean that off. I don't know, that made it worse. All right, so what I'll go ahead and do is just apply a little bit of lubrication. There we go. That actually did reduce the stick some. Yeah, a little bit of stick on a button lock, by the way, isn't the end of the world, right? There's no real harm of it. No blade play. 7 minutes. Okay, that's what I needed. That is exactly how I needed my life to be. Right now, 7 minutes, 30 seconds, done. Boom shakalaka. We're in a good position here. So, boom saxalaka, I guess. Anyways, hope this saxalaka, wasn't that the guy in Link to the Past at the Eastern Temple? Anyways, I'm moving on. Let's go on ahead and close off this video. Hope this has been interesting to you. Keep an eye out for a full review of this guy coming up soon. Bye now.